Hi, thanks for joining us again on our channel. Today, we're going to talk about something that affects many people but is often hidden, causing wounds that are hard to see and heal. We're going to expose the complex tricks that narcissists use to play with your mind. Tricks that can make you doubt yourself and lose your sense of who you are. We all know that relationships can be hard, but there's a special kind of hurt that comes from dealing with a narcissist. It's like being lost in a confusing emotional puzzle where nothing makes sense. But don't worry, because in today's video, we're going to reveal these sneaky tactics. We're going to show you the suffering and sadness that many have gone through and more importantly, give you tips to handle these dangerous situations. So get ready, because we're going to explore 6 mind games that narcissists love to play. Knowing these games is not just for learning. It's a crucial tool to protect yourself and your mental health. Stay with us because, by the end of this video, you'll not only spot these mind games, but also learn how to avoid the traps they set. Let's begin. Mind game number 1: reframing. In the tricky game of narcissistic relationships, our first mind game is a smart move called reframing. Imagine being stuck in a corner, trying to find a solution or understanding. The narcissist, like a good player, uses reframing to change the story, avoiding any responsibility. We start by understanding reframing as a way to defend themselves. When trapped, a narcissist cleverly changes the situation, making it look like they are innocent. It's a way of using words that makes you confused, doubting your own thinking, and often feeling like the bad person. Think about this situation. You ask a narcissist about their actions, hoping for some honesty and maybe a sorry. Instead, you get a very well-made answer that slowly moves blame away from them. It's a mind trick that leaves you struggling with confusion and self-doubt. The effect of reframing on emotional feelings is very deep. It's not just about the specific event. It's about the loss of trust and the shaking of your own sense of reality. Over time, these mind games can make you go down a hole of self-questioning, wondering if your views are right or wrong. To say it clearly, reframing is a tool used by narcissists to change history in their favor, leaving you emotionally lost, and in some cases, questioning your own sanity. In our journey through these mind games, understanding the details of reframing is the first important step in getting back control over your own story. Mind game number 2: trust me. In the tricky game of narcissistic manipulation, our second mind game looks like a harmless request. Trust me. Imagine this. First talks filled with kindness and interest, making you think you have a real connection. But under the surface, the narcissist is making a trap to use your weaknesses. The game starts with a fake show of being trustworthy. The narcissist becomes a good actor, showing a friendly attitude and asking about your life. They ask deep questions, getting personal information like puzzle pieces, all to use these details for later manipulation. This is not a normal friendly talk. It's a smart way of getting power. The narcissist is making a mental file on you, keeping information that can be used as a weapon later. As they get more info, they're finding the best ways to make you do what they want, using your fears, wants, and doubts. It's a scary thing when you realize the real reason behind the first kindness. What looked like a real interest in your life changes into a smart way to get control. The trust you gave without knowing becomes a way for manipulation in the narcissist's hands. As we show this mind game, it's important to know that trust is a weak thing in any relationship. For a narcissist, though, it's not about making a real connection. It's about making the smart advantage. So, the next time someone says, "Trust me," take some time to think about the reasons behind those words, because in the world of narcissistic mind games, trust can be the first thing to go. Stay with us as we show more of these mind games, giving you the knowledge to go through the tricky maze of narcissistic manipulation. Mind game number 3: sabotaging behind your back. As we go deeper into the world of narcissistic mind games, the third way shows itself. A smart way of manipulation called sabotaging behind your back. Think of a situation where the narcissist, with a smile on their face, cleverly ruins your image when you're not there. This mind game starts with the narcissist making people alone by saying bad things about them to others. Behind closed doors, they make a story that makes you look bad, slowly making the people in your social circle think less of you. It's a smart move to make your relationships weaker, leaving you alone and helpless. Think of the quiet talks, the well-picked words, made to make people doubt you. It's a quiet form of attack that breaks the trust in your social circles. The narcissist carefully picks people who may be important or helpful to you, using their trust to get what they want. The reason behind this manipulation is clear: to feel better than others. By making people doubt you, the narcissist makes themselves look like the more honest, reliable person in the story. It's a way that lets them control the social situations, leaving you outside of your own relationships. Knowing this mind game is important for keeping your connections and knowing the real nature of the relationships around you. It's a reminder that not all smiles are real and not all words said when you're not there are good for you. Mind game number 4, pretending not to understand. In the show of narcissistic manipulation, our fourth mind game happens with a fake show of not knowing, a way called pretending not to understand. Think of a situation where the narcissist has to face the results of their actions, but they cleverly act dumb to escape responsibility, making you question your own mind. This game starts with a planned act of acting like they don't know what they did wrong. The narcissist acts like the innocent person, pretending not to understand how serious the situation is. It's a smart move made to avoid blame and not admit any mistake. Think of situations where you've asked a narcissist about their behavior, hoping for some honesty and solution. Instead, you get a blank look, a fake show of not understanding. It's not a real lack of understanding. It's a manipulation made to make you doubt your own worries. The effect of this mind game is two things. First, it makes you angry and confused, struggling with the weird experience of someone saying no to the clear. Second, it makes a situation where the narcissist can keep doing their manipulative behavior without any result, as they hide behind the fake show of not knowing. Knowing this way is very important for keeping your own mind. By knowing that the fake show of not understanding is a smart move, you can get freed from the effect it makes. It's a reminder that being clear is your friend and that, when someone tries to make you confused on purpose, trusting your feelings becomes very important. As we show more of these mind games, remember that knowing these ways is your protection against manipulation. Mind game number 5, deny and distract. As we go through the tricky land of narcissistic manipulation, the fifth mind game shows up, a smart way of doing things called deny and distract. Think of a situation where the narcissist has to face the results of their actions, and they cleverly say no to their actions while also making you look at something else. This mind game happens with a talk on saying no as a common way in the narcissist's bag of tricks. When you ask them about their behavior, the narcissist cleverly ignores it, often saying no to it. It's not just a way of not accepting the truth. It's a smart effort to make a different reality where their actions are right or just didn't happen. The saying no and making you look at something else works on many levels of thinking. First, there's a clear no to any mistake. As you keep going, the no may get bigger, with the narcissist making themselves look like the hurt person in the situation. At the same time, they use different things to make you look away. A lot of things that don't matter, things that make you react, and a good skill at making the situation about something else completely. This smart way tries to make you have too much information, making it hard to focus on the main issue. Knowing this mind game is very important for keeping your clearness in the face of manipulation. It's knowing that saying no is not just a way of protecting themselves. It's a way of attacking to change reality. The things that make you look away are carefully picked ways to make you not look at the narcissist's actions, making you emotionally tired and doubting your own worries. Mind game number 6, portraying themselves as victims. As we go on with our exploration into the world of narcissistic mind games, the 6th way shows up, a quiet but strong manipulation called portraying themselves as victims. Think of a situation where the narcissist, having hurt someone, cleverly moves blame to others, making themselves look like innocent victims in the story. This mind game starts with the narcissist not taking responsibility for their actions. Instead of admitting their mistakes or saying sorry for the hurt they've caused, they smartly blame others. It's not just a way of protecting themselves. It's a smart way to avoid being accountable. Think of what happens when a narcissist is asked about their behavior. Instead of dealing with the issue, they quickly change the situation, making themselves look like the hurt person. They might talk about old hurts, blame others, and make a story where they are the innocent victim of things. This way does two things. First, it lets the narcissist avoid facing the results of their actions. By moving blame, they avoid being accountable and keep their self-image as perfect. Second, it changes the emotional situation, getting sympathy and help from those around them. Knowing this mind game is very important for going through the trap of narcissistic manipulation. It's knowing that the show of being a victim is not a real call for help, but a smart way to change how people see things. By seeing through this show, you get back the power to tell reality from lies. Thank you for joining us on this insightful exploration. If you found this content valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more empowering insights. Until next time, stay resilient, stay aware, and take the steps toward reclaiming your authenticity and emotional well-being.